Oh my God, Chase used Whitney so bad. You guys, what is up? Whitney, My Big Fat Fabulous Life. It was on last night and yeah, the truth is starting to come out. Now, a few months ago, I did a video where I basically just exposed the truth that Whitney did get cheated on by Chase. Whitney shared it on social media, but now we are starting to see it really on TV, and we're starting to hear some details that I had no idea about, which is why I'm saying Chase 100% used Whitney to become famous and just to get on this show, and he never, ever even wanted to be in a relationship with her, in my opinion. So, let's not waste any time. This is the scoop. So an episode or two ago, Chase and Whitney and all of Whitney's friends rented a little cabin and they were together, and a lot of the friends were kind of poking and picking and kind of asking questions to the two of them if, we set this up, if set that up with their wedding. Because keep in mind, at this point, they were engaged. It was right before the stay-at-home order, so maybe beginning of March, end of February kind of timeline, likely. And, you could see Whitney was all gung-ho and happy, but you could see Chase, he was nervous and not really talkative, and he ended up admitting that it was really stressing him out and blah, 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 blah. Right there, now looking back on it, okay, complete red flag, because that just tells me immediately, well, he was never probably too invested in this relationship. But let's keep going on in this timeline, because then the stay-at-home order hits, and they're in two separate locations, Chase and Whitney. And so, what does Chase claim? Well, Chase claims he was lonely. He started to feel like their relationship was drifting, so he started talking to an ex. He claims it was a one-night kind of a thing, and next thing you know, this lady is like 3 months pregnant with a baby girl, and it just kind of went on and on. That's the gist of the story, and of course, he had to tell Whitney. Now, he claims it was just a one-time thing. I don't buy that, but that's what he claims. And he also claimed, when he told Whitney like 1,000,000 times, that this wasn't planned. And finally, Whitney just said, because he said it like 100 times, this was not planned. And Whitney goes, what? The baby? Are you, and that other girl doing God knows what together? Because it's like, it's a pretty easy, it's not that difficult of an idea what happened with you and that lady. And it's not like anyone just slipped and next thing you know, this, that, and the other happened. You knew what you were doing. And so, of course, he just kept saying, this was not planned, this was not planned, this was not planned. But it's like, no, Chase, clearly you had an idea. So, yeah, he called Whitney, and he called and called and called and persisted that they meet in person. Whitney just said, no, I'm quarantining with my mom, so leave me alone. And long story short, that is when he just told her over the phone. Whitney knew something was not right, and Chase admitted that, yeah, like I just said, this, that, and the other, I was lonely, I met this woman, not even meet her. And it's like, this was a past woman that he has known, and Whitney kind of even made the impression that she's likely met her from a distance before, so she even kind of knew her too. And Whitney was devastated, and when I saw Chase talk, I was just like, you know what? He really just wanted to save face, in my opinion. I don't think he gave a crap about Whitney. I think he probably honestly knew that this was not going to work, and maybe he was planning on ending the relationship. He claims that he was happy with Whitney and this and that and a bunch of crap. I don't buy it. But, Whitney was devastated, and Chase ended up bombarding Whitney even more and just saying, will you meet me in person at a park or something so we can just talk out what actually happened. And I think that was honestly probably even harder for Whitney, because Whitney finally agreed to meet up with Chase. And once again, Chase, I don't want to use the word lied, but he just was kind of like trying to save face for himself, kind of. And he was trying to act like he was the good guy. He kept telling her, like, I want you to be happy and this, and I really want the best for you. But it's like, dude, you just cheated on her and you got the girl pregnant. So if you wanted Whitney to be happy deep down, you wouldn't have done that. Like, no. If this guy had, even besides the fact of just morals, but if he really wanted Whitney to be happy, because he said that like 300,000 times, if he really wanted her to, would he have really got himself in that situation? And I know we are all human, he could make a mistake, but it's like, dude, you are just trying to save face on TV. That is my opinion. And the funniest thing was, Whitney, she didn't talk about the possibility of them getting back together, but it was almost like she kind of almost did, when they actually met back up. Because when they were talking on the phone, she was mad, she was screaming, she was like, I don't want anything to do with you. But then when they met back up, Whitney even said it. She was hysterically crying. She was like giving him a hug. She was like holding his hand. Like she really, I think, really liked this guy. And I think he's a complete lying idiot. But I think she was really upset, and seeing him made it even worse. And so, of course, it was emotional. But she was kind of hinting and tap dancing around the idea of possibly where their relationship maybe kind of somewhat stood. But of course, Chase was like, I'm staying back here. I'm gonna raise my daughter. I'm excited now I have this new family. And that was it. But the funniest thing was Whitney was like, well, you know, you told me before we got engaged or whatever that you didn't know if you even wanted to have kids. Now all of a sudden you're having a kid and you're super happy about it. Like it just didn't add up. And that is why I'm telling you guys, he 100% used her. So we need to push Chase out of here, and it doesn't seem like he's going away anytime soon because he has ties to Whitney, and I feel like he's going to be on this show for some time. It does sound like he did have the baby, and I think that's going to be documented on this show too, so I'll keep you guys in touch. I know I don't talk about my big, fat, fabulous life very often, but I did kind of find it interesting and kind of honestly just sad because Whitney, she really loved this guy, and I don't think Chase ever, not even with her weight, but just like, I don't think he liked her. I really do not believe that he was into her. I think he just used her to come on the show, get some fame, and maybe get some more opportunities. That was it. I could be totally wrong, but I just feel like, would you really do something that mean and horrible to someone you love? So my big, fat, fabulous life, I will keep y'all up to date if I hear anything else. With Whitney's dating life, it sounds like she is single, but I will say in a preview for the upcoming episodes, oh my God, who did she turn to? Buddy. Buddy, if you guys don't know, is one of her very close friends. He was in a relationship, I believe, and he honestly, he's a nice guy. He is literally always there when Whitney wants to cry and complain and talk to someone. So, I mean, you gotta give the guy credit for that. They have teased around with the idea of a relationship. I kind of thought it was a good idea, but I don't even know if I was Buddy. I don't even know if I would, because it's like Whitney, she only seems to kind of go to him when she really needs someone, which I don't love. And so I feel like if I was Buddy, I wouldn't be very happy. But of course, you know, Buddy was there when all this crap was going on. He felt so bad for her. And it kind of looked like they were, I feel like she was kind of teasing with the idea maybe of possibly trying to see where things were with Buddy, possibly. But I think Buddy turns it right down. And because it sounds like he, at least at that time, had a girlfriend. And while we are on the topic of reality TV, I know the majority of you guys probably watch 90 Day Fiancé, right? I can only assume. Well, we have some good news and some bad news. 90 Days Bears All, which is the new show. It is one of the 4 shows on the new Discovery Plus app, which is launching like the first week of January or so. Okay, well, they just released some, I guess, TV kind of scheduling stuff for the 90 Day Bears All show. That is the show, if you don't know, where it's just like, you know, kind of like interview styles, which, I am so mad that Sean lady is the host of that. I am like, I'm so mad. I wish I was the host of it. So yeah, not happy about that. But Sean is hosting it. It looks pretty good. Okay, here's the deal though. They just released the TV schedule, and this is kind of interesting. So this is who's going to be on the show, at least in the first month. I don't know if this is gonna be like a live show, or if they're just gonna randomly post episodes. I don't know how this is going to work, but I do know this is who's going to be on it. So boom, bango right there, January 4th, which is like just coming up, less than a month away, and it says Brandon and Julia. Okay, then we go down to Brittany and Yazin, Angela, just Angela, and Tariq and Hazel. So number 1, oh you guys, I am just so mad. Number 1, I don't care that this thing is paid. I don't care about that at all. Like, I'm gonna pay, it's $5, $6, $7 a month. I'm gonna pay it. I don't care. And I will keep you guys up to date what happens, so don't worry about that. I'll let you guys know what's going on in these shows if you don't want to buy it for yourself. But the thing I'm so mad about, you guys, is, okay, great. Well, now we already know that Brandon and Julia are still together. Now, I'm not even gonna say spoiler alert, because I didn't spoil it. 90 Day Fiancé spoiled it. I guess there's the possibility that they're not still together, but come on, it's 90 Day Fiancé. Julia is here on a 90-day visa. There's only one way to stay. She has to get married. Now, we have kind of seen some people, I guess, get married and then kind of divorced and then split up, kind of, like Danielle and Muhammad, but it takes some time, and they were still pretending to be in a relationship for the time being. So it's like, well, great. Now we know that, like I said, Brandon, Julia, and Reek and Hazel are likely still together, because they would not be on the show together if that wasn't the case. And if you're wondering, well, what if Julia zoomed zooms in. I already saw the preview and she was not zooming in. She was sitting there with Brandon and they were pretty lovey-dovey, and they had done a bunch of interviews together with like Entertainment Tonight and people like that. And it's like, okay, they're doing the interviews together, in person, together, and they're all lovey-dovey, buddy-buddy. Once again, real quick, if I had anything to do with the show, I would say you cannot do an interview ever until this show is done, because now we know the fun of the show is out the window. We know that they're still together. So that's my little rant. Sorry about that, but that is January 4th. Now let's go to January 10th. Boom, right there. We will be seeing Tariq and Dean, and ooh, that is going to be good. David and Annie, Brittany and Yazin. Oh, great, Brittany and Yazin again. And then Jovi and Yara. And then now let's go over to January 17th. Right there, it is Mike and Natalie, Robert and Annie and Jenny, and the infamous, the hilarious, the compulsive liar, Sumit. And then also we have scheduling for January 24th, boom, right there. We will be seeing Molly, and then Rebecca and Ziad and Stephanie and Ryan and Jenny and the infamous, the liar, the hilarious Sumit. So I guess we're gonna be seeing all of these 90 Day Fiancé couples. Like they said Ryan and Stephanie, they said Rebecca and Ziad, and I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be shocked if all these couples just got married. I don't know for sure, besides a couple of them, but I would not be shocked. I mean, unless they all just zoom in, like the couples that are overseas, like this Ryan guy and Ziad and all those people, if they zoom in separately, I guess that can kind of keep up the suspense and if they get married or not. But it's like, dude, we are watching this live. 90 Day Fiancé. I guess it's kind of cool. Maybe we're going to see what they talk about. If they just talk about stupid stuff like their favorite color and stuff, I don't even care, and I might even just cancel my subscription. But if they're talking about good stuff like Tariq and Dean, if you guys don't know, they had a little bit of dirt under the rug. Like, they were doing pillow talk together. They were a good duo. They were both pretty funny. They were on the show solely because of Reek. Nothing to do with Dean. Literally not one thing. Like, it was 100%. Reek was on the show with Hazel. That's how they got on the show. But Dean was kind of a package deal. He kind of got in the mix because of him. They were doing pillow talk together, and it sounds like Dean kind of got some of this stuff to his head, and he thought he was like a comedian, and he was like really trying to like push out Tariq, it sounded like, kind of, which doesn't make any sense because he got on the show because of his brother. So that'll be really cool to see how all that drama plays out. I think he's living in the Philippines, Dean, so that'll be really very, very, very good to see. And a couple of the others I'm excited to see, but I'm kind of honestly mad about now we're seeing these couples together when it's like, I love the suspense on if they are still together, and now we likely know that the majority of these couples are probably still together. So yeah, not cool, 90 Day Fiancé. I am just, oof. What? I mean, I am so mad. Who came up with this freaking thing? It's like, at least do a Zoom if they don't, and I'm like 95% confident they're not gonna Zoom these people in. They're gonna go in together as a couple. So we'll probably, okay, we'll say Brandon, Julia, Reek and Hazel, maybe Jovi and Yara, maybe Rebecca and Ziad, maybe. They'll probably come in together as a couple, which that'll just tell us, oh great, they got married. Maybe, maybe not. We're gonna have to wait and see. So, oh my God, you guys, and we are not done. For all of you Love After Lockup fans, we have some good news for some, if you're Heather, and some bad news for the majority of his fans. That would be Dylan and Heather. Do you guys remember Dylan? Boom, right there. He was with a lady named Heather who, how shall I describe her? Oh, here's a good idea. She was out of her mind. You would not believe it. Don't even want to be within a 1,000-mile radius of her. Crazy. She was insane. To the point where she was literally tattooing Dylan's name in several different languages on herself after 2 or 3 months of dating. And yeah, so he went to jail for 5 years. He got out, and Heather was, you know, still with him all these times when he was in jail. But oh, guess what happened? 2 days after they got out, they ended their relationship. 2 freaking days. It was just boom, boom, boom. They were on the show for like 2 seconds. Dylan allegedly was doing really good. Heather supposedly doing modeling now. Okay. But Dylan said he's selling this solar panel stuff and he's, you know, living the dream. He's got this big, beautiful apartment, and something told me that doesn't really add up, right? But I didn't mention it much because everyone, all these ladies that are watch this show were obsessed with the guy, and I don't blame him. If you're gonna say in the comments you're probably jealous, you're right. I am jealous. The guy's taller than me and he's buff, and I am jealous of him. But I just said something doesn't seem right with that money, because how can you be making this much money? You get the idea. Well, not very good news, because he got arrested again. And we kind of heard, I actually watched an interview on Sherelle's World channel. It was a pretty good interview. It was with Dylan's fiance. Now, I don't know how long they're going to be fiancés after this, but she was still with him. She was still talking. You know, of course, she had to say everything in kind of possibility terms because she can't really, you know, say yes or no what really happened. She doesn't want to get him in trouble, obviously, any further. But basically, what Marissa, his fiancé, had to say was, long story short, they were doing a random parole. His parole officer was doing a random checkup. He went in, found some not good stuff that were very legal and, you know, some not good stuff. And yeah, he got in trouble and now he's in jail. And I have heard a million, billion, gazillion different dates. I've heard from some people on my social media that he's going to be in there for 5 years. I've heard from some people he's going to be in there till March. So I don't even want to say yes or no. Maybe he'll get out next week, but likely, if he did something wrong and he's on parole, it'll probably be another year or two. Maybe the stuff that they found wasn't even his. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, for all you Love After Lockup fans, not very good news. Well, y'all, before I sign off, there's something I wanted to mention. I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier. I guess I can talk about this now because it is on Us Weekly. You know, Married at First Sight is coming back out. It is coming out on technically December 30th. I did not realize that. I thought it was coming out in January, but technically, December 30th is the first episode where it's not really it's like the matchmaking type episode. But after the week after, on January 6th, I believe, guess who is coming back to TV? I wanted to give y'all a little heads up that yes, believe it or not, I am going back on Married at First Sight. Now, no, I am not getting married. If you guys didn't know, I did this in like July, I think it aired for the season 11. Well, now season 12 is here. And yes, I will be back on it's like a kickoff special type episode. It's actually 3 hours this time, which I don't even know how. I mean, it is a lot of filming we have to do, but still 3 hours seems very long. So I'm excited to see it. I was like so tired and just like, it was a long day when we filmed it. I was kind of just saying a lot of stuff, which now looking back, I'm like, God, hopefully I didn't say or do anything too bad or embarrassing, but I think it should be fun. It looks like it's gonna be an amazing, amazing, amazing season, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up. I can't believe it's already here, but yeah, like I said, December 30th, today's what, the 16th? So, I mean, God, we're 14 days away until the matchmaking special, and then another week after that until I'm on TV. So I will definitely keep you all up to date and let y'all know the exact times and dates and everything, but it's looking like January 6th, I believe, but I will keep y'all up to date, and oh my God, I am so excited. I'm just excited for a new season of Married at First Sight, and no, I don't know any spoilers, and honestly, I don't even care to. I just want to watch this show. I want to watch this season. The couples look really good. I just want to watch this show and not have any idea what happens until the very end. That is what I would love. So please, so help me God, do not tell me a spoiler. I don't even want to know. So if you know a Married at First Sight spoiler for this new season, don't bother telling me. Please don't put them in the comments. I really sincerely do not want to know. That's like 95% of the fun is just not having any idea. So it'd be great if you just keep it to yourself, please. So I think this is going to be a great season though. I'll definitely keep y'all up to date. And yeah, I was going to mention it a couple videos ago, but I completely forgot. So that is the scoop. Well, y'all, we got a lot of stuff going on with Whitney and 90 Day Fiancé, and then Married at First Sight coming back, and even Love After Lockup. So all my 4 pretty good shows. So anyway, you guys, sorry for those little rants. But Whitney and Chase, I will definitely keep you guys up to date if I hear anything new. Same with 90 Day Fiancé, bears all. Ooh, kind of mad about that. And same with Love After Lockup, and same with Married at First Sight. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I have one request, and that is please hit that like button. Please comment below your thoughts, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.